Medrash says when the Klal Yisrael saw by Matan Torah, they saw the tens of thousands of malachim. They're standing in formation, and they're all standing with their flags, and Diglei Alei Ahava. And the Klal Yisrael said, we also want these flags. We have a taiva, hisavu, we also want the flags. In the previous years, we spoke about the taiva for the flags, but there's a continuation. There's a continuation of this medrash. Medrash says that Moshe Rabbeinu said, okay, we'll give them flags. So what are you going to do with the flags? HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, he's going to be Yehuda, he's going to be in one place, Reuben's going to be in another place, Yisachar is going to be in another place. And Moshe Rabbeinu got very worried. He said, oh no, there may be a conflict. There may be disagreements. Maybe Yehuda's going to say, I don't want to be there. Maybe Reuben's going to say, I want to be there. I don't want this flag. I want that flag. I want a different flag. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu calmed Moshe Rabbeinu down. He said, don't worry, it's going to be Levei Savoisam. It's going to be according to the dome, according to the house, the home of their fathers. What does it mean, the home of their fathers? When Yaakov Avinu was nifter, he placed all his children around his bed. Exactly how he placed them around his bed, that formation will be in the Midbar around the Mishkan. They all remember very well how they stood around Yaakov Avinu. There's a tradition how they're going to stand. Nobody's going to have any complaints about it. What do we see from here? The Medrash, and if you look in the Mefarshim Kliyaka, the Ramban, they bring so many remazim, so many symbols that come from these flags and the colors of the flags and the formation and the pictures on the flags. There's obviously, we're talking about deep spiritual, deep ideas here that we have no idea of what they said. They saw malachim. They were able to see by Matan Torah. Obviously, we're not talking about a simple taiva that they want the flags. Obviously, they were on the level of understanding what the flags symbolize, and yet we see, says Rabbi Lev Chasman, the famous mashgiach of the Chasman, you see how terrible and how dangerous machlekes is, and how much we have to run away from machlekes. Even HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself, he validated Moshe's concerns, and he said, "You're right. There could be a machlekes here, but I'm going to make sure that there won't be, because they're going to stand like this stood around Yaakov Avinu. What? There's going to be a machlekes. Who's going to stand on the left and who's going to stand on the right? That's what we're talking about when they're seeing malachim, when they're understanding the symbolism, they're understanding the values of these flags, and they're going to really be busy with who's going to stand 5 feet forward or 5 feet backwards. Yes, because that's the power of machlekes, and that's the danger of machlekes, says Rabbi Lev Chasman. And we see that the Torah praises Klal Yisrael, that they did exactly like HaKadosh Baruch Hu was mitzavet to Moshe Rabbeinu. They didn't change anything. They stood exactly like Hashem said, and that's called the praise for Klal Yisrael, that they didn't involve themselves in that machlekes. Why didn't they? HaKadosh Baruch Hu took care of it, but it's still considered a praise and it's still considered a danger. We see from here how dangerous machlekes is and how much we have to do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself shows us how much we have to run away from machlekes and make sure not to fall into any of the traps of petty machlekes between Yid and Yid.